We have a massive game on Wednesday as Bayern is looking to close out their Champions League run with 6 wins after just 6 games. Let's get right into it. Welcome to Talking Bayern, the one-stop shop for Bayern Munich content on YouTube. Today we're doing a match preview of the Champions League clash against Barcelona at the Allianz Arena on Wednesday. So going into this game, how are Bayern Munich doing? Bayern are currently top of the table in the Bundesliga with an 11-1-2 record for 34 points. We're coming off a massive win in Der Klassiker, beating Dortmund 3-2 on Saturday. In the Champions League this season, we are 5-0-0 with a very strong plus 16 goals difference so far. However, we narrowly beat Kiev in our last game on the road. However, we're still undefeated. We still have 5 wins in 5 games. You really can't complain with that performance. As for opponents, things aren't looking so great. Barcelona are 7th in La Liga with a 6-5-4 record, and they are 16 points back from top of the table leaders Real Madrid. They're coming off a 1-0 defeat to Real Betis on Saturday, and they're looking almost lifeless at times. Obviously, Xavi just came in as the new manager. Obviously, he's a club legend, and he's going to be looking to turn things around. But obviously, at this point, the title is out of question. But maybe for Barcelona, maybe they can get Champions League if they kind of turn things around. But really not looking great for Barcelona in La Liga right now. And honestly, in the Champions League, things are not looking better at all either. Barca has been equivalently underwhelming in the Champions League with a 2-1-2 record with a -4 goals difference. They're coming off a 0-0 draw against Benfica, and that could have major repercussions for them. Not winning that game could have a major impact. Obviously, if they don't beat Bayern, they'll have to rely on Kiev to beat Benfica in order to qualify for the knockout stage, or else they'll be relegated to the Europa League. Obviously, they have more wins to Benfica. They're going to have to beat Bayern in order to solidify and make sure 100% that they will go through, and obviously that is not an easy task. So far, our expected lineups for Wednesday for Bayern Munich, there's a lot of different factors here. Goretzka is questionable fitness, and you could see another option used from the bench, obviously with a number of injuries and other conditions keeping several players out of the lineup, as well as the fact that we have already locked up the group as number 1. We could see a much weaker lineup on Wednesday. And Nagelsmann has already said he's looking to rest Goretzka and cut the playing time of both Müller and Sané. Because of this, Gnabry, Süle, and Musiala should all be heavy favorites to get major play time on Wednesday. So my predicted lineup for Wednesday, obviously we're going to have Manuel Neuer in net. At the back, Omar Richards, possibly over Alphonso Davies. At center back, Nianzou and Süle, and at right back, Pavard. In the midfield, I'm going to predict Tolisso and Musiala. Up top, I can see Sané, Müller, and Gnabry getting the start, with obviously Lewandowski or Choupo-Moting getting that start. It really depends what kind of avenue they want to go to. If Lewandowski does start, I do expect him to come off pretty early, especially if the job's done early. So we could see Choupo-Moting getting a start back in the lineup for the first time in a while. As for opponent Barcelona, they are missing a very important player in Ansu Fati. And of course, Xavi is returning from an injury scare this weekend. However, he will be available for this game. As I said earlier, they are being coached by Xavi Hernandez, the club legend. Their lineup should look something like this. Ter Stegen in net. At the back, Jordi Alba, Piqué, Araujo, and Dest. In the midfield, Frankie de Jong, Sergio Busquets, and Nico Gonzalez. Up top, Ousmane Dembele, Memphis Depay, and El Zazuli, if I pronounced that right. So just some quick stats I thought I would share with you guys. Bayern have won each of their last 3 meetings with Barcelona, which is already the longest run of victories against Barcelona in the history of the European Cup/Champions League, and that streak is honestly likely to continue as Bayern are favorites heading into this match. Barca have lost only 2 of their last 13 away games against German opponents in the Champions League and are unbeaten in the most recent 3. However, of course, not all German opponents are the same. Bayern's, as you could say, built different. Obviously, their 2 defeats in this run both came against Bayern, so I mean, a bit of a stat that they are obviously good against German teams, but obviously Bayern are quite the outlier. Bayern are unbeaten in 5 games when hosting Barcelona, while they've won the most recent 2, and both of these games came in the semifinals of the Champions League back in 2013 and 2015. Barca have taken just 7 points from their 5 games in the Champions League this season. If they fail to avoid defeat here, it will be their 2nd worst performance in terms of points in a single group stage in the competition, only behind 1997-1998. It's funny that even if they do lose, they could still qualify for the next round, and that would, of course, be their 2nd worst performance ever. So still kind of funny that they can make it through. Bayern have averaged 5 goals per home game in the Champions League this season, which is the most of any team. We have scored at least 2 goals in each of our last 11 home games in the Champions League, which is the longest such run by a team in the competition since Bayern themselves between September 2010 and December 2012. I think it'll be really interesting to see what Nagelsmann can do with this weaker lineup, and I think we're going to see a lot of experimenting, especially with roles. I mean, different players are going to be coming in, probably switching up roles a bit. Obviously, if Musiala comes in, he'll be playing a bit of a different role than he usually does. I know he came in for a different role when he swapped in for Goretzka, so we'll see what happens. I'm obviously really interested to see some experimenting. I'm really hoping we're still going to win this game. Obviously, it would be really, really fun to send Barcelona down to the Europa League. I just think it would be great. I love beating Barcelona, so really, really hope we win this game. I know it really doesn't mean anything for us, at least. So next for my players to watch for this game, for Bayern, it's going to have to be Jamal Musiala. I'm obviously a very favorite fan of Musiala, and he's been restrained to very limited playtime despite Goretzka, Spitzer, and Kimmich all missing playing time, and Musiala must feel a little left out at this point. However, he must see this as a great opportunity to impress and fight back for a spot in the starting 11 in the upcoming fixture, so I think we're going to see a great game for him on Wednesday. As for opponent, I'm going to predict Ousmane Dembele, and people love to poke fun at Dembele. I mean, he's obviously have an ever-growing list of injuries, and he's obviously a bit of a frail player. However, he doesn't lack talent whatsoever. I mean, Xavi recently said that Dembele has the potential to become the best player in the world, so clearly the manager has big expectations for him. And the French winger is incredibly skilled on the ball and is lethal with both feet. He's honestly might be the most two-footed player I've ever seen. He is quite the outlier and uses his right foot only 57% of the time, so defenders never know what to expect from the winger. I mean, if you don't understand the stat, that is a crazy, crazy, crazy number. Most players are like higher than 80% on the one foot, their favorited foot. 57%, he might as well use either foot because that is just crazy. To give you a quick example of some very highly recognized two-footed players, Richarlison has only 76%, Jota has 67%. That's obviously incredible as well. But Dzeko has 78%, Jonathan David has 76%. These are all very, very two-footed players that have close to 80%. Favored as their one foot, and obviously Dembele with 57% is an extreme outlier and just shows he is lethal on both feet. And if you're defending, you can't shade him to one side, which changes the game completely. So obviously that is a huge advantage for him, and it could be proved deadly against other teams. So lastly, for my prediction for this game, I'm going to predict a 3-1 Bayern win. Barca is going to score at least once in my mind. They're going to want to go offensively in this one if needed, and Bayern, of course, are still the better team, but we'll be resting a lot of our top talent. I can see Barcelona conceding a late goal if they're really pushing out for a late win. Obviously, if we're winning like 2-1 or something in the end, they're going to throw everyone up top. Depending on the score of the other game, obviously, they're going to be paying attention to that one as well. So obviously, I can see them conceding a late goal, throwing the goalie up or something like that late on. For my goal scores for this game, I'm predicting Musiala and Gnabry for Bayern, and I'm going to predict Dembele for Barcelona. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. I'm hoping for another 3 big points on Wednesday. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like and a comment. And if you want to see more content like this in the future, please subscribe to this channel. Hope you're all having a great day. Hope we see you in the next one. Until then, Mia Samia.